Emerging market liquidity is set to dial back as major central banks of developed economies adjust their policies to tackle the post-COVID era. The Federal Reserve last week announced that it would be aggressive on tapering bond purchases and announced several rate hikes in 2022. The Bank of England, on the other hand, hiked interest rates for the first time since the start of the pandemic, citing a strong labor market and the need to return inflation towards its 2% target. The European Central Bank struck a more dovish tone, further cutting its pandemic-era bond buying program by vowing to stay accommodative through 2022 and beyond. This is in contrast to the Reserve Bank of India, which decided to keep its repo and reverse repo rate unchanged at the December policy meeting, even though it expected inflationary pressure to persist in the near term. Analysts feel many emerging markets will be in an increasingly difficult spot going forward as the current inflation shock could prove to be more permanent in developing economies than in United States or Europe. Arvind Chari, Chief Investment Advisor at Quantum Advisors, had this to say. If conditions persist, the US Central Bank may not only hike rates but also begin the process of allowing bonds that it holds to mature and/or sell bonds to reduce the size of its balance sheet. This scenario is not priced in the markets and will be a big scare for risk assets, especially in EMs, which have been a beneficiary of global liquidity. Further, the gradual pullback in liquidity and easy money flow into EM equities will likely slow down their performance in 2022. Let's go to Ambarish Baliga, an independent market analyst, to know more.
The Fed has adopted a hawkish stance with a 3-rate hike next year. Though one may say that this announcement provides some amount of visibility, but the bottom line is that the rates will be raised. BOE has been the first major central bank to raise interest rates. This in turn strengthens the respective currency as fund inflows are expected to take advantage of the increased rates. However, this also means that emerging markets will bear the brunt of the depreciating local currency as the foreign institutional investors will continue to preempt further depreciation and keep selling, especially when the markets are directionless or in a correction mode. So we will see some amount of underperformance from emerging markets, especially in the short to medium term.
Concurring with the view, UR Bhatt, co-founder and director at Alpha Niti Fintech, had this to say.
Unless there are specific factors influencing particular emerging markets which make them stand out, and so therefore they can still attract some flows. But otherwise, generally when interest rates in developed markets go up, generally there is lack of interest in emerging markets.
This shows up in the recent FPI activity in the equity market as well. While the rupee has depreciated by around 1% in December so far, topping the 76 per dollar mark, FPIs have been net sellers of nearly $3 billion in the equity market in the first fortnight of the same month. No wonder then that the BSE Sensex and the Nifty 50 dropped 3% last week, as India remains one of the richly valued emerging markets with a sticky inflation and a weaker currency. For now, the benchmarks stand at 50,012 and 16,985 levels respectively and are expected to trade in a narrow range this week. The 50-pack Nifty, for instance, is expected to trade within a range of 16,250 to 17,450, having support around 16,500 levels. The Sensex, meanwhile, may maintain within a band of 55,700 and 58,100. On the global front, FII flows and news flow around the Omicron variant will be the key drivers for the markets this week. While domestically, initial public offers, new listings of Shriram Properties, MapMyIndia, Metro Brands, MedPlus Health, and data patterns will guide the trajectory.
If you like this video, share it and subscribe to Business Standard. For more news, views, and insights, log on to www.business-standard.com. Do also follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Telegram, and LinkedIn.